So the do's and don'ts. Eat lots of green leafy vegetables and salads, lean meats, poultry, eggs, shellfish, and fruits. Okay? And when we talk about location, okay? If it's not grown in the ground on a tree or swim in the ocean, it's not a food. Larry Pilevsky talks about that about a year ago that I went to a presentation. He's a medical doctor that's really big into this eat well concept, okay? So if it's not grown in the ground, on a tree, or swim in the ocean, you probably shouldn't eat it. So the idea of eating on the outside of the grocery store is pretty powerful, because that's where you'll find most of those things that Dr. Pilevsky is talking about, okay? So we're going to stay away from PHOs, which are partially hydrogenated oils. Now, usually what the packaging will say is partially hydrogenated safflower oil, partially hydrogenated sunflower oil, partially hydrogenated corn oil, any of those particular ways to describe it. Partially hydrogenated oils are certainly things we want to get away from because they're omega-6. Go ahead.
The latest trick is to call them intensifying oils.
Well, there you go. Now, there's a Truth in Labeling, thanks for bringing this up. There's a truthinlabeling.com website that describes stuff like that, okay? So one of their big things years ago was MSG, monosodium glutamate. Everyone knows how bad MSG is, right? Well, now MSG can be hidden as natural flavoring, okay? Not always, but if you see natural flavoring and you wonder why you're getting a headache after every time you eat that particular product, it's probably why. So fructose, high fructose corn syrup, is another huge, huge culprit, okay? Fructose may be causing liver cirrhosis. That's a big one where people see liver cirrhosis and they've never had alcohol, but yet they're big on the high fructose corn syrup products, okay? So hormone antibiotic-rich meats, all grain products, which all the breads and pastas are part of that. We want to stay away from all of those particular things. If we stay with 75-25, we've got a pretty good step in the right direction in terms of eat well. So excess fruit and other carbs will push insulin levels. Again, that's the thing that we don't want to do. Every time you push insulin, it pushes the aging response. So if you want to get older faster, eat a lot more grain products, a lot more plain old sugar. If you want to age gracefully, it'll slow down the insulin process, and guess what? You'll just look better, okay? So it's not just animal products that push the cholesterol-stress connection, it's some of these grain products as well, okay? And the fruits and vegetables, or the fruits and the excess fruits with respect to like juices and things, okay? Now I have one guy in the office, one guy in my entire practice, that he has gone so overboard on fruits, it actually has pushed his blood pressure up. I've only read one reference on this, and it truly happened with him because we kind of did our own little mini study, and I kept telling his wife, get him to stop, get him to stop. So-and-so, you got to stop, okay? And sure enough, his blood pressure has come down with that. But it's because he was pushing the insulin load so heavy that it was just pushing his blood pressure up. Okay, pretty wild case. So the key with eating, okay?